Well, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome to Castillo de San Marcos National Monument, part of your National Park Service, and our weapons firing program for you today. Before we get started, though, there are a few safety guidelines we have to go over, not only for your safety, but the preservation of our fortress as well. We simply ask everyone, while you're with us, to please do your part to help us preserve this fort by not climbing, sitting, or standing on the cannons, the cannon carriages, or the fragile shellstone walls of the building itself. Everybody right over here, please continue to stay on your side of that white line painted on the floor until we say our cannon is safe at the end of the drill. After we say it's safe, you all are welcome to cross that line, ask questions, and take pictures. Please just wait till we say the cannon is safe at the end of the drill. When we fire this cannon, it will be very loud. If you have any small children with you, please make sure they cover their ears or cover their ears for them when the time comes. For those of you that already have your ears covered, I can promise you this cannon will not make a sound while I'm talking to you. We actually will stop what we're doing and say, cover your ears. And ladies and gentlemen, directly behind the gun in this general area, when the weapon goes off, there'll be a big white cloud of smoke. It'll head right for you. Take a big deep breath and find out what history smells like as well. Now the cannon we're going to fire for you today. Our cannon here is actually called a 6-pounder iron gun. Can someone tell me what kind of ball it shot? A 6-pound ball. That ball was about the size of a baseball. It weighed 6 pounds. It was made out of solid iron. In other words, Hollywood lies to you. The cannonball does not blow up. It's a heavy metal object that can be thrown from this cannon as far away as you see our lighthouse, 1.5 miles away downrange. But for a place like this fortress, that is a small cannon. As you explore this place today, you'll find we have much larger guns here. Pointing towards the city, we have a collection of 16, 18, and 24 pounders. Down there at the seawall, we have a 32-pounder. Those cannons can throw their respected size shots anywhere from 2 to even 3 miles downrange. And when the soldiers go to work on these weapons, depending on where the job is to happen, these soldiers are trained in a variety of different drills. If you took this same cannon crew and put them on a battlefield, out there, they are trained to work fast. On a battlefield, you're concerned about enemy soldiers running up on you. You're concerned about enemy soldiers firing their weapons faster than you. So you have to be trained to work faster than them. A well-trained cannon crew could fire this weapon as fast as 45 seconds between shots. All they hear are 3 commands: load, ready, and fire, and they get that gun prepared and shot in under a minute's time. And on a battlefield, once you run out of gunpowder, you simply turn around and run away. Let's take that same cannon crew and put them inside of a fort. Now you have lots of cannons, lots of crew members, and these thick, heavy walls. The walls of a fortress are designed to be shot at. This building can get shot at quite a bit, and you'll run out of food and water long before these walls come crumbling down. So the cannon crews inside of a fort are more concerned with running out of supplies than they are about the guns being fired. And the crews up here, let me ask you all this. If you're stuck in this building with a limited amount of supplies, the enemy has the place surrounded, are you going to have all your cannons firing in 45-second intervals? No. Probably not. It'd be a very impressive show of firepower, but then in a couple of weeks, you're completely empty. Can someone tell me the next plan of action for a fort that runs out of gunpowder? Raise a big white flag, open the front door, and let the enemy inside their new fortress. As the defender of a fort, the last thing you want is to run out of gunpowder and surrender. So you take a really fast firing drill, and instead of trying to hurt and kill the enemy out there, you slow down the firing drill based off of how much supplies you have, and your goal is to scare the enemy, scare the ships, scare the camps, and make them get loose. If the camps get loose, if the ships get scared, your supplies can get through, communication can come and go. As long as this place stays supplied, it can continue to fight for a very long time. And the demonstration we're going to do for you today is the kind of firing this fortress would have done during that kind of attack. Now, doing this demonstration for you with just one cannon will look a little silly. It's going to take us a few minutes just to get one shot fired off. This drill was designed for all the weapons up here to work together. So the entire time you're watching us load this weapon, fire the weapon, and even clean it afterwards. Imagine hearing guns going off all over the place. That's what you should actually hear and see happening during an attack on a fortress this size. And in this fort's history, it actually has been under attack. The longest attack in the history of our fortress lasted 51 days. During that attack, the town's population of 1,500 men, women, and children evacuated their homes and took shelter in that courtyard. At that time, the gun crews were up here making sure the enemy keeps their distance. That attack, as well as others, supplies found a way through. Reinforcements made their way in. These walls continued to stand. At no time in this fort's history did it ever surrender to its attacker. Castillo did transfer to other countries, though, but those were all peaceful transfers via treaty, nothing more. And ladies and gentlemen, we are all dressed as Spanish soldiers, the soldiers that used to live and work here in the mid-1700s. To keep with the tradition, we are going to call the drill speaking in Castilian Spanish. We will say cover your ears in English, though, when the time comes. Myself and a couple other people are park rangers dressed out today. The rest of the crews you see, these are all volunteers. We would not be able to put on this program for you if it wasn't for them, so please give them a hand for coming out today. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy this demonstration, and thank you all for visiting with us today.
Cañoneros, forma la línea. Adelante del cañón. Amigos y parallel ejercicio. Bendigno, Santa Barbara. Entra la cuchara del cañón. Reconozca si está cargado. Return la cuchara. Entra la nada y tap it off a goat. Pásalo la nada del cañón. Return a su lugar. Pronto to take a door y pólvora. Interline del cañón. Attacking. El atagador a su lugar. Todos los suspectos. Spáguense al poder en batería el cañón. El cañón en batería. Spaghetti per la punteria. Apunten. Vecchies a su lugar. Saber y Cuba del Fogón. Tómalo para fuego. Para fuego del cañón. Alto y sopla la mecha.
Cover your ears!
Fuego!
Where'd he go?
Para fuego a su lugar.
The street smells really good.
Tómalo para quita. Vamos a sacar el cañón de la batería. Ready, where the batería? Alto. Aquí es su lugar. Entre no saca troubles en el cañón. Pasa no saca troubles en el cañón. Turn no saca troubles. Entra la nada y tapa el fogón. Pásalo la nada en el cañón. Turn on su lugar. Forma la línea. Rápido.
¡Viva España! Viva España.
Ladies and gentlemen, by a show of hands, how many of you thought that shot was loud? Alright, well, I'm here to tell you today, for obvious reasons, we don't fire cannonballs anymore. Because of that, we don't use as much gunpowder as is needed with these weapons. Historically, we have documentation that says these weapons were so loud, not only could everybody around the weapon hear it fire, everybody around, including all those people taking shelter down in that courtyard, would feel it in their chest every time these weapons had gone off. It's kind of like watching a July 4th fireworks display too close to that barge when you feel each and every one of those blasts. At this time, our cannon is safe. You may cross the line if you wish to do so. Thank you.